side. Let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that.
To me, in order to dream big, you must learn to think small. Think what gets you up in the morning. Think what you're passionate about. What really makes you tick. Like, is it a sport? Is it music? Is it playing an instrument, etc.? Just find something that you find passionate about and then go from there. Learn that staying true to yourself is the best thing that you could possibly do. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to put yourself in a group or groups that you don't feel comfortable being in. I wish to live in a world where people don't get discriminated against based on the color of their skin or their sex or anything as trivial as that. I hope we all come together and just try and support each other no matter what differences we might have, because at the end of the day, we are all human, and that's all that matters.
Who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is E. Bryce. I go to school in Baltimore City, and I'm an 8th grader. I just want to take this time out to thank Modell Lyrics for choosing me to be their finalist in their Dream Big contest. Now I'm going to read you guys my 300-word essay entitled, In My Dream, I Imagine. In my dream, I imagined being the best tennis player that I could possibly be. Growing up, I spent hours on the tennis courts from the age of 5 until today, where I still receive one-on-one coaching and group practices regularly. If and when my game takes me all the way to Wimbledon, which I believe it will, I would go pro and still have my alternative dream, which is becoming a computer scientist as my backup career. I am currently involved in a robotics team at school. I help with writing, building, and team leadership. Our team has won many tournaments that has allowed us to compete nationally and worldwide. My involvement in robotics has evolved into my interest in the field of computer science. I plan to major in computer science in college. After graduating from undergrad, I imagine my studies helping me to achieve my goal of receiving my PhD, where I will specialize in creating app systems. My dream is to become a billionaire entrepreneur in the field of computer science. As a successful business owner, I would donate money to the Green New Deal to make sure that our air is environmentally friendly. It is also my passion to provide financial support to hospitals because it will help with research and finding cures for those who are ill. Most importantly, I will take care of my family's financial needs because I love and care about them more than anything. My family poured into my life by supporting me in my vision to become all that I dreamed to be. My mom taught me that education and good character is a key to a successful life. In my dream, I imagine being a successful tennis player and a computer scientist.
To engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is considered one of the most influential activists in the world. After hearing his famous I Have a Dream speech, many young, inspirational adults, as well as myself, began to contemplate our own dreams. With much consideration, my important dream is to be the best person I could possibly be. As seen with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., once we reach our potential, anything is possible. Being the best person I could be means to have good relationships, supporting peers, and an admirable audience. I aspire to be someone that a younger audience can look up to when trying to achieve their own dreams. To inspire a young audience requires accountability. I hope to be accountable for these children when they grow up, not to discriminate against people based on their race, sex, sexual orientation, disability, and ethnic groups. As a young woman, I have had a lot of opportunities for success in my life, and each step I have taken towards success and being a better member of society, I have looked towards a role model to motivate me. My role model has always been my mother. She has taught me not to discriminate, but to appreciate our cultural differences. She has shown me diversity and love in which only a role model can demonstrate. Whether it be Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. or just a family member or a close friend, Having a role model has proven to result in the most ambitious people. My dream is to continue to become a role model to inspire and motivate an audience of my community, family, and peers so that younger generations will become just as moving as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. himself.
It's the time to make real the promises of democracy.
I dream of the wishes I dream to be granted. I dream of a peaceful society where war does not coexist among the citizens of our world. I dream of a community where double standards are not applied upon us without our own consent. A community without cultural boundaries. A place where the old and young care for another and where the wise and unexperienced aid each other. No, not a utopian community, but a place where people's voices are heard, not concealed. I wish for my family to be happy and healthy. No matter how hard things may hit us later on, my hope is for us as a family to be able to go through it and out of it united. No matter the issue, I hope that my family will relentlessly love one another unconditionally. I dream for our family to continue to support each other because there is not a single family out in the world that is perfect. We will have arguments, but at the end of the day, we will realize that we wouldn't be where we stand today without each individual member. As for myself, I wish to be a successful figure that would one day do great things for the world to become a better place. I wish to be wealthy, filthy wealthy, not in money, but in experiences and the values of life. I dream to live a happy life where every moment is savored with people who make my life more and more enjoyable. I wish to grow and learn in a safe environment where my opinions are respected. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "I have a dream." My response is, me too.
Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice.
Hi, my name is Shalaja Windsor, and today I'll be reading my dream essay. Martin Luther King is not the only one who had a dream. My name is Shalaja Windsor, and my dream is to become an obstetrician and build a hospital in my community. I discovered my dream because I love babies. They bring so much joy. I also love to help people when they are hurt. Someone will always need a doctor or a friend, so I want to be that person. Adults, children, and babies need someone to care for them. My first step to accomplishing this is finishing middle school. Next, I want to go to Vivian T. Thomas Medical Arts Academy. Then, I want to go to Bowie State University and apply for medical school. After graduating, I want to work at Mercy Hospital, the place in which I was born. I live in the Green Mile West community, and I want to build a hospital in the middle of Guilford Avenue. I would like to build a hospital there because everybody needs a home. I want people to be safe. I want people to know each other and wave at each other in the streets. There are people in my community who cannot afford to go to a hospital, so my hospital will be more affordable. I will be the first doctor in my family. I will make sure my family has somewhere to go when they need medical assistance. My neighborhood will never be in danger. They will know that I will always be there to help them no matter what, because they are my family to love. My dream will not only change my community, but Baltimore as a whole. Bye.
Knowing that somehow this situation can and will be changed, let us not wallow in the valley of despair.
My name is Aiden. This is a paragraph about what the future should hold. I disagree with the president we have right now. America should get their consciousness back and let immigrants into the USA. The USA should have more gun laws. And let's talk about war. We should send robots to make wars like a giant laser tag game so no one gets hurt. My dream is for the sadness to end. No more murders, no more families with drug addictions, and no more racism or lack of equality. This is very serious. We all want global warming to stop. I wish for no more endangered species, no more violence, and no more riots. I dream for no more of those things to happen in my life, or any life of anyone. This needs to stop. We need world peace. Also, some people live in luxury, but just walk around your city. There are people in poverty or have no home at all. Also, should big companies be able to do what they want to whoever they want while people live on the streets? I want everyone to grow up to have a good job. I wish to grow up and learn politics so I can be a politician. In my future, I hope I can make enough money to feed the family I get and fund charities. My family is okay, but we get into many arguments. I hope they will stop. One main problem about my family is that me and my sister get into fights. I'll try to stop pushing her buttons so it stops. Sometimes we argue with our parents. It causes us to get in more trouble. That's my dream for our future.
I must say to my people who stand on the warm threshold which leads into the palace of justice, in the process of gaining our rightful place, we must not.
Hi, my name is Amir Wiles, attending Commodore John Rogers. I am in the 6th grade. I wrote this essay wondering why. Why should we dream big if we can do big? I have written many essays about my dreams throughout my life, usually about me. Today I've decided not only to write the dream big essay, but also to do big. My goal for myself is not only to attend Harvard and become that lawyer, but to inspire and influence people to be kind. I do this every day by representing how we should put effort into our lives at school and our lives outside. At the beginning of the year, I would have to persuade a group of my friends to clean up a classroom or two. That has changed. Now they don't need me telling them how to help out. They even invited their own friends to help. So I see how I've changed my friends for the better. Also, they've changed their friends. I've noticed that one thing I can do ripple outward and change other things. Small acts of kindness can be huge for people like our teachers and custodians. Reaching my dreams of becoming a Harvard lawyer will give me the opportunity to help out and continue to spread kindness. Becoming a role model to others can be complicated, but the use of kindness does help. Doing the right thing and staying on task is the beginning of becoming a role model, even to people at your age. Becoming a role model is about being aware and considerate. Hope one day I can impact many people's lives by making them better. I believe small acts of kindness will lead up to that one beautiful day. That day, I will know there's been change, but there's still work to do, still kindness to spread. Kindness is often viewed as a weakness by others, but being kind is probably the most powerful thing anybody can do. If kindness spreads more often, it will be magnificent. Since spreading love is the best medicine, to become a great role model, kindness is my key to success. I know that my family and teachers will guide me to this place of success. I play a role as a student, sister, and daughter who believes in these goals of not only becoming a lawyer, but continue to spread kindness and serve as a role model forever. In reaching my goals, I used to think that independence is best, working fast is best, and that I will only win this competition if I race. This isn't the path for my dreams. In fact, I've learned to take my time. My family is the key that I use to open the next door, and the love and support from my teachers turns that key. Then I push that heavy door, waiting for the next to come, defeating anything in my path, and I wish to succeed and for others too. My challenge to you, do your best to make someone smile. Remember, your actions can ripple outwards and affect all of your surroundings. Thank you.
The heat of oppression will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream
My name is Asad Ali, and today I'm going to be reading my essay, Broken City. I believe this city is broken, hence the title. But I don't think the city is doomed. I simply think the city could use some improvement. I have a dream that one day all families will be connected and be closer. In turn, the closer families will build up our communities and strengthen our city. I want to share my thoughts and dreams for Baltimore in this essay. I think our city has very great potential. My family life is okay, but by no means are we on bad terms. But sometimes I wish it was more stable, more communication, more meetups, or connecting. We need a lot more of that. I also wish our conversations were more in depth. It's very easy to tell that Baltimore present day is nowhere near what I have in mind. We have something going on that has been going on for ages. Absent fathers. This is a problem that has been in our Black communities for some time. More than half the boys in my class haven't even met their biological fathers. That is very sad. But it doesn't have to be this way. If more people put in just a little bit more effort with family, this wouldn't be the case. In the United States, more than 1 out of 4 children live without a father in the home. The crime statistics are equally, if not worse, than the father stats. The overall crime rates in Baltimore are 145% higher than the national average. For every 100,000 people, there are 17.34 daily crimes that occur in Baltimore. Baltimore is safer than 2% of the cities in the United States. In Baltimore, you could have a 1 out of 16 chance of becoming a victim of any crime. These are frightening numbers to think about. You who's reading this, or I, could be a victim of a crime just like that. But by no means is our city a lost cause. There's always hope. So the question is, why exactly is family so important? It's one of the building blocks of communities. Depending on where it is, some places everyone is so close that it's already like one big family. I dream for that in all communities, not just my own. It is so important to have a shoulder to lean on or a home to stay in. When something comes up, you should be able to trust your neighbors enough to help you. For example, this really goes for both kinds of family, not related or related. Say your house burns down. You should be able to rely on your family well enough to know that you have a place to stay. It's horrible to know that some people don't have that. They can't rely on their own family. In terms of my own family, I'd say I can rely on them pretty well. Everyone is in contact with each other, better than most can say. But of course there are some internal problems, but it's small things. Things that can be worked past. I wish that one day could be as simple as calling a family member and asking for a favor. I dream that our community can be healed. But now, what about the community? What about our neighborhoods? I think it's never too late. We do have broken communities, but I know that we'll get over these things. There's a suggestion of putting $4 billion into the funding of the Baltimore public school system. Think about what that would do for everyone. Our schools would be improved so greatly. Better lunches, so we're actually enjoying our food. Better buildings, so we have more space or room. Finally, better supplies for our schools. I think this would really change the youth for the better. Me and my friends don't really like the conditions of our school, and that's just being honest. But if we got that type of money, things would be different. These are some of my thoughts for the Baltimore. These are some of my thoughts and dreams for this city. My goal was to explain and show what the issues of this family and this city are. And then, of course, give my dreams and explain what I hope changes. I dream things get better here mostly. I hope one day our city's reputation gets better. Thank you.
In what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Hi, my name is Nakia King, and this is my Dream Big essay. As Langston Hughes once said, "Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly." When I think about the dreams and goals for my future, they all seem to start with me. I often ask myself, how can I change my community? What can I do to make an impact? Realistically, my dreams for myself include getting out of Baltimore. I want to make something of myself and get as far away as possible. However, every day I stray farther and further away from this idea of getting away from the city that I envision as bad, and stray closer to the idea of what I can do to change my community to make it better. My dreams for Baltimore extend far beyond the safety of the streets, but rather the opportunities it presents. My hope is that Baltimore will one day be a place full of opportunity for young Black men and women, and so they won't have to go searching for it in other places. I don't feel that Baltimore is a community in which many people will thrive. However, just because it is this way now doesn't mean it always will be. With the help of people that hold power and have the ability to promote great change, Baltimore can become a city that benefits everybody. My dreams for my community start with myself. Building a name for myself in hopes that I will have the funds to then give back to my community and donate money to organizations that need it, that will truly focus on the development of youth, teens, and young adults. My dreams involve creating a better me and a better Baltimore. My dream is to make my home, Baltimore, feel like a home. Thank you.
That character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.